I was in tears. There was nothing on the pitch. I was in tears.
Currie springs up, running a tail on it. Currie, oh, he's lost it. He's lost it on the line. The ball's not on, and that might just be that.
Believe it or not, that gets mentioned every year. It always comes round. Obviously, that's, what is it, 9 years ago now. At the time, I remember obviously we were comfortable in the game, and we actually got a couple of injuries. I think we lost an half-back, Kurt Gidley and stuff, so we moved positions. So at that point, I'd moved from second row to the right half-back. Obviously, somewhere I'd not trained all week, not played. We ended up seeing 2 tries on the side. I just left, so I was gutted. So we were behind at the point. At the end of the game, I ended Chris Sandow chucking a 30-yard ball to me, and there was nothing on, so I just had a go for the line myself. Did everything right, got close to the line. Obviously, the ball slipped out at the last second. As a kid, obviously, you dream about them moments of scoring a game-winning try in the last minute of a game, but unfortunately, I didn't get that moment. So immediately after the game in the change rooms, I was in tears. There was nothing on the pitch. I was in tears. I couldn't hold it together really. As soon as I thought I got over it, you go up to see your family, and straight away there was tears again from me and my family. So it was a tough period. Week after week, you still have flashbacks, still think about it, but you've got to embrace it. I did my ACL not long after that Challenge Cup Final, which again just summed that year up for me. Unfortunately, I was up here and I went down to the bottom. But the year after, obviously, I weren't involved in the games, and Warrington were out the Challenge Cup. So the coach at the time, Tony Smith, let us go away for a break when the Challenge Cup is, to give us all a rest. So I went away with a few of my mates, was all sat round the pool. Then there was a big, massive screen on my side of the pool. And next minute they started showing the Challenge Cup highlights, and I think the game was not far off starting. And what comes on the screen is this tackle 52, as it's called now, come on the screen. And as much as I wanted to try and stay quiet, when you what do you need Henry for when you got mates, because they were all pointing at me and shouting out that he's sat here. So yeah, my mates looked after me that day, of course, but you've got to laugh about it, otherwise you'll cry, unfortunately.
The teams are in the tunnel. Like so many Challenge Cup Finals of the past, the sun is shining here at Wembley. We have the top 2 in Super League. Everything is set up perfectly.
We went into that match, as everyone says, we're missing a few players like Blake Austin. So a few people did write us off, so we went in as underdogs. But the motivation then was, I don't want to experience that losing feeling again. I have to experience the winning side of it. We have people in our squad like Stefan Ratchford who have won it, who talk about how good it is. So yeah, I was definitely chasing that feeling, and I almost remember when Daz Clark scored, I was right next to him. And I'm looking at the clock, and there was 3 minutes left on the clock, and unless it was a disaster, there was no way I was losing the game. So I really embraced and enjoyed the last few minutes when you know you've won the game. And I remember lifting the trophy in front of our travelling fans that day, and I said, it's definitely up there, one of the highs of my career for sure. What helps with Sam, obviously, like I said, I played with him as a bloke, and he was a real leader as a player, as a captain. But like I said, it was only 3 or 4 years ago he'd actually retired. So he knew what we were feeling, he knew what us as players wanted, and I think he really used that. Yeah, he's the coach, yeah, he's on the staff side now, but he'll still be at the back of the bus on some game days, he'll still be amongst the lads at training. He's still laughing and having jokes with us about stuff, so he's great. He's been great for me personally, and he's been great for a lot of the boys in the team to really bring the characters out, leadership in some players. That's something he's worked on personally with me, to try and be more of a leader in the team. I think it's really benefited me. But yeah, the one thing I'd focus on is togetherness. He's obviously changed in some ways. He's obviously got to hold himself back in certain aspects, but that's what I like about him. For what I remember, obviously I was only a younger kid at the time. He always says he thinks we debuted at the same year, but I always say he's 5-6 years older than me. But no, I wouldn't say he's changed too much. Obviously his role's changed, so he has to change slightly, but I wouldn't say he's changed too much now.
The kick comes in from Williams, collected by Currie! And Ben Currie crosses for Warrington Wolves!
To be honest with you, previous coaches, going back to Steve Price and Darryl Powell, I've mentioned to them that I'd actually like to play 13. That's what I grew up being, a 13, because 13s grew up being like a ball playing middle. It kind of went out of the game for a little period, so it didn't suit me, so that's why I preferred second row. But it definitely come back into the game now, where the 13 is like an extra half back and the ball playing 13 it used to be. So originally Sam said no, we need you in the second row. So I think we played Catalan away in his first year, and I played second row in that one. And we got a few injuries, so he gave me a tap on the shoulder for a week saying, well, this is your chance now to play 13. Luckily from then I've never looked back. I've really enjoyed it. That's probably part of the reason why I've really enjoyed these last couple of years under Sam as well. Honestly, last year during training, he'd jump in a few times in training and tell me how he used to run and move, or I'd say to him, and we'd chat about it. Who else is better to learn off than someone like Sam Burgess, who's done it all in the game? So, yeah, he's been massive for me in helping me in my role for sure. He does try and do it in training sometimes now, but I don't think his body can do it quite as well. But he loves jumping in. He's still in his head, but I don't think his body can do it, unfortunately. I did an interview a little while ago now mentioning how I've never quite enjoyed going to training so much before. Every day just seems to be smiles on faces and you actually enjoy doing it.
Dufty goes wide this time to King, plenty to do! Toby King! Toby King manages to take Warrington a step closer to Wembley.
I think Toby King spoke about a few weeks ago. You always remember the team you play with when you win a trophy. This squad I've got now, I don't want to forget them because we've got a great bond together. So to top it off by winning a trophy, it'll be unbelievable, and there'll be some celebration after it for sure.